But okay, so here we go. Here's kind of the stuff I want to cover about today. I want to talk about why are you here? And I want to give you some things to think about. I want to talk about our AI demo script, which I finally I'm done with all this infrastructure. I'm starting to make videos of me doing it and posting them so you guys can watch exactly how I do it. Finding prospects from ads and groups, selling our selling philosophy, and I don't know, I couldn't come up with a cuter thing to name it. You know me, I like to name things, right? Presenting the 50/50 leads as a monthly bonus, and you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Well, you might. A la carte prices for reputation or voice only. Someone says, I just want this, or I only want the voice. I don't need all this automation. Um, and then the June contest and a few other things that I'll throw in. So, um, first, I want to ask you, why are you here? And then you don't have to answer it. It's a rhetorical question, but it is something I kind of want you to think about a little bit. Because you come to work and when you first responded to my post or wherever we found each other, I send you a little video that starts to explain things. And um, the C word is in there, and the C word scares some people. And what I mean by the C word, it's commission. We pay on commission, and um, which is challenging, right? Uh, for someone who can sell, it's a beautiful thing. I would not take a job if it wasn't straight commission, unless somebody paid me like a whole lot of money, right? Um, but I've been selling for 40 years, and I know if I talk to somebody, chances are, if they're really interested, if they, if we didn't twist their arm to get on the phone with me or something, I'm going to sell them. The people that make the most money in this world are on straight commission. Business owners, every business owner on the planet is on straight commission. Yes, maybe they pay themselves a salary. Um, maybe they take the same amount every week, but if their business stops selling whatever their product is, their check's going to bounce, right? Every business owner is on straight commission. Everyone selling insurance is on straight commission. Everyone selling real estate is on straight commission. In the real estate business, they'll tell you right away when you start, you'll probably work for about a year before you make any money. Um, and it's a daunting task, right? So here, as the owner of an agency, which is our end goal, that I hope that's the real reason most of you are here. I mean, if you're here part-time, you're going to make some sales and just make some extra money because you got another thing going, you're in school, whatever it might be. That's groovy, right? But as the owner of an agency, and I could throw math out all day long, but until you see it, until you make your first sale and you see the money coming in, I won't say it's hard to believe. I'm sure you believe me, but it's hard to comprehend. And the question I get a lot is, yeah, but you could do it, but can I do it? Um, and that's what makes this hard, right? Um, a lot of working on commission is in your head, uh, and rightfully so. You got bills, you got responsibilities. Some of you have a family. Um, but commission is still pay, and it's really good pay for the people that excel. And that's the sweet thing about it. You know, I'm sure some of you have probably worked somewhere where there's 20 of you in the room, right? And you're all selling the same thing and you're all getting paid the same. If you're selling 3 times more than the guy at the desk next to you, triple, you make, he makes 1 sale a day, you make 3 sales a day. You're not going to stick around very long if you don't start making more money than him. You're going to start thinking, well, you know what? I'm making this company so much more money. Why he's not doing anything. Why am I making the same money as him? Now, granted, they'll probably fire him or her. So that's how sales companies that hire you with a salary or guarantee work. You don't get a sale fast, you're gone, right? Um, so, and I don't want to make this talk about commission, but you could do the math. If you have 20 customers all paying you $700 a month, that's a lot of money, right? What if you had 200 customers paying you that much? There's people doing what we're doing right now that have 1,000 customers. Because what we're doing, it's kind of like a blend of selling a service and selling a software. Um, a lot of people, we call it a SaaS, right? Software as a service. Um, so why are you here? The opportunity here, it's not to sell forever and make me money. And I think our commission is very generous. We give away a lot of it. Um, but your goal, I hope your goal, and again, if you're here part-time or something and you just want to make a little extra money because you can sell, you can work hard, and that's where the disconnect comes. And I know I'm going to kind of go off on a little tangent here, but to make good money or great money in something like this, in real estate, in insurance sales, which I've done both of, uh, you got to be a worker, man. You got to be able to just overcome that little voice in your mind that keeps saying, well, what if? What if? What if you don't? What if it doesn't? What if it does? And that's where you got to really get good. That's where you got to get strong. Pardon the French, it's not really French, but you got to have balls to do what we're doing. Um, but the more risk, the greater the reward. And like I said, just do the math. What if you have 20 people each making, you have 20 customers, and that's not a lot. You have 20 customers, each paying you 700 a month. You own the agency, and I give away almost half of what we bring in here to you guys, which I'm fine with. Um, so you're here to get into this seat and own an agency. And I will pay for every bit of opening up your agency. I will build your website. Um, you'll have to get a bank account, but I'll build your agency. I will help you recruit your people. I will let you use our whole system here. I'll let you use all of our training and everything. So you don't have to go start this over again, right? You'll get promoted. You'll plug right into our system that we already have rocking and rolling. Normally to open an agency, there's so much that happens behind the scenes, right? Getting a sale is only one thing, but then you have to deliver the sale and you have to support the people. Something you guys probably don't even know, but we have 24/7 live support. Somebody logs on to our, they log in as a client, there's a little button they can push to talk to someone 24/7. There's a company I pay that learns all our stuff, and they'll help. We have AI too. They can talk to our AI, but so we have 24/7 support for our clients. That'll already be there for you. The training will already be there for you, but you got to learn how to do it all. And here's why I'm a little tough on people with the sales. If you're going to run your own agency and someone sends you a text and says, I'm struggling, I need help, or, a message or whatever it is, you got to be able to show them how to do it. You got to be able to answer their questions. So it could just be 30 days. You come in here, someone comes in here and you start giving away our 3 or 4 or 5 of these things a week. Or it could be not 30 days for the whole program, but it could be 30 days. I'll have you start training other people. And there's a lot involved to that. There's a whole philosophy to managing and training and motivating, and to be blunt, retaining, keeping salespeople working for you. And I'll teach you how to do that. I've hired over 10,000 salespeople. I'm old, remember, I've had a lot of time to do it. But so it could be 30 days, but let's say the first 30 to 90 days is learning how to do our sales, learning how to approach people, learning how to, however you do it. If your way, a lot of you guys came in through Upwork or Fiverr, or something like that. And I always tell people, do it your way. But if your way isn't working, you should drop it and you should follow exactly what I'm showing you now. And I know, thank God for the people that have been with us since the beginning when we tried all this goofy stuff, trying to make sure that we could do this properly, right? Because when I did it on my own all these years, it's different. You know, I go to a BNI meeting. If you don't know what BNI is, just Google it. But I go to Google, BNI meeting. I talk at the Chamber of Commerce. I go to networking groups. Business comes to me, right? It's different for you when you first jump into this. So that's what we've been working on all this time. And now we've got it. What we got now works. And you know, like I'm starting to just record myself doing it so you can watch it. But anyway, so that's the first part. You got to learn how to do the sales. Because if you can't do the sales, you can't teach somebody else how to do the sales, right? But I'll always be here. That's the beauty of this whole thing. The way we're going to do this, even when you open your agency, you're still going to be working here with us. You're still going to be under the AI sprinkled umbrella. You'll name your agency whatever else you want to name it. The money will go right into your bank account, not mine. You'll have your own software suite where you track everything in the back end and all that. The second part is training others. You have, like I said, you have to learn how to show other people how to do this. At some point, we're going to have it where when somebody new comes in, they're assigned to one of you guys, depending on, you know, I'm probably going to cut this little part out and put it online or use it in our recruiting system process, right? But at some point, I'll assign people to you and you'll spend a couple hours working with them. You know, you'll get on a Zoom together and you'll work, they'll watch, right? So they can ask you questions and, you know, you can get to know each other a little bit and that type of thing. You're going to have some people that are better than you at this. Good. That's, you know, and it's a lot of it is a numbers game, right? And I'm going to talk in a bit when I talk about our script that we've settled on now. I'm going to talk about the difference between quality and quantity. When you're doing outreach, cold outreach, there's quality. You could either do quantity, where you send your script, your pitch, whatever you want to call it, to a whole lot of people, and then some of them are just going to naturally gravitate toward it. They're going to like what you've got. They're going to ask questions, and you're going to make sales that way. The other way to do it is by quality, by making a custom video just for that one person, building them a custom AI just for their business. Obviously, that takes a lot more time, so you're only going to get to reach out to a small handful a day, maybe 10, 15, 20 people a day that way when you're making these custom videos. But you're going to close a lot more of them. Well, it's the same thing once you start working with your crew. Once you start, you know, you have some people on your team, your crew, your group, whatever you want to call it, and some of those people are just going to pick it right up and be good at it. Some of them are going to be better than you at it, and it's a blessing. That's what you want, because remember, you're making 10% of the sales that any of these people bring in. And then the third part is learning how to run the business. There's a lot behind the scenes. You know, there's, you know, whatever country, and you're going to have to figure out the taxes and that type of thing. I can guide you with that, but if you're in the US, I can help you a lot. If you're not in the US, you got to just figure it out. I mean, I'll try to help, but I don't know how taxes work in other countries. But, and while I'm on that, if you're in other countries, the money you can make running your own agency with the economy of scale, you know, some of you guys, if you make you know, in the US, if you make $2,000 a month, you're in trouble. You need to make more money. Some of your countries, if you make $2,000 a month, you live like a king, right? Or maybe a prince. But imagine making 20,000 a month. But anyway, the third part is learning how to do the recruiting, learning how to bring the right people in to work for you. And I spend a lot of time texting back and forth with people who are filling out applications. And we have a whole back office application system. It's all automated, as you guys have seen who've come through here. People see my posts, they see my ad, they come in, they go to an application, they fill it out, they watch a video, it sends them another questionnaire that automatically, yes, guys, maybe I shouldn't tell you this, but it's automated. Those emails you got from me, I do, in my defense, I customize each one of them. So, I don't, but anyway, that's all automated. It's all in the back end. Now all our training is slowly becoming automated too. So this is the system that can really take you places. And, so the third part, you're learning how to recruit. You have to learn the fulfillment, right? When you're in my seat, you're going to fulfill for your people, and I have a company that does that, builds out someone starts, it's all got to be set up, right? We have to build them the websites. Right now, I'm doing it, but we have to build them their AI, and you have to learn to do all that, right? So, so I hope that's why you're here. You can own your own agency, literally own an agency without spending any of your own money. I'm not saying without paying. You are paying. You're paying your dues. You're working hard. You're doing something that's not easy. Unfortunately, when you watch, if you go on YouTube and you type how to do cold outreach or how to find leads, you get these guys that tell you how easy it is and blink 3 times and stir your coffee and a lead will come in. It's not easy. It's simple. The script is not complicated, but it's not easy because you got to just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And if you're doing it and you're negative and you're thinking, oh man, am I wasting my time? Should I be doing this? You are wasting your time. If those are the only thoughts running through your mind, that's what your life is. That's what the universe, that's what, the world's going to give back to you. That's why, and this is a whole nother talk, but people who have a lot of problems, if all they do is think about their problems, it brings more problems. People who have successes, it brings more successes. I'm sure you've heard the rich get richer, poor get poorer. And yeah, it helps, if you're born into some money and the country you live in, that all makes a difference, right? Let's be realistic. But what you think molds, shapes your universe, it shapes your world, it shapes your future. So I have I'll just show you this. I have a little sticker here. I change this every few days. And it says, today, don't think of challenges or vent. What I mean by vent, like don't complain to my wife if I'm frustrated with her. Because the more I complain, the more of the problem I'm complaining about, the world's going to give me. It's just the way it works. And then it says, don't give anything.
So much sense.
Yeah, and it also says, don't give anything importance. And here's what I mean by that. Whatever you think is so important in your life, whatever you dwell on in your life, and it's usually the bad stuff, right? You're going to get more of it.
Yeah.
That's the way life works, So, so I hope you guys are here for that reason. I hope you guys are here, and you're not all going to make it. You're not all going to open your own deals. You're going to find reasons that you shouldn't do it. You're going to find reasons you can't do it. Start looking for reasons that you can. And we'll have 100 of these things open in 5 years. So, and then I'll retire. I'm getting old. Okay. Let's see, what's next? AI demo script. I want to go over this. I posted this about a week ago, and then I went online and I made a, was this the one? Hold on. Where's the one I posted something on the bottom? Yeah, this is it. I thought I attached a video on the bottom. Maybe, hold on, let me see. I'm just looking for something. Oh, this is the one. Leads from Facebook ad library. I made a video that goes with this, but I don't like the way it came out. I'm rambling too much, and so if you want to watch it, that's fine. And this is leads from Facebook ad library. So, but what I want to talk about is our AI demo and the script that we have for it. These are the 2 videos or the 2 places you should go leads from Facebook ad library, leads from social media groups. These are ways to find people. I think social media groups are just incredible. And then here's the AI demo script. And I recorded this, was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. I went online and I did all this. I did exactly what it says.
Hey Nick, I was
Yeah,
actually interested in cold outreach and just joining random Facebook groups, like business-oriented Facebook groups, and just increasing my network. I was wondering how to do that because I only have one Facebook account and it's my own.
yeah. Couple things you got to make sure of, and obviously you should use your own Facebook account, but you don't want to spam. Um, and I mean the how, just to answer it a little more directly, if you watch this video here, no, leads from social media groups, and I'm going to make another video this week with a little different way. But if you watch this video here and you go through here and learn this page, leads from social media groups, it'll show you exactly what to do. Mainly, you're just joining the group and you're becoming a part of the group. Really, for the first 5 to 7 days, you don't even talk about what you do. You just go in, you introduce yourself, you chat a little bit, um, you answer questions. And if you guys see somebody ask a marketing question in one of these groups, you need to give them the answer. Just go in there and post. You want people to recognize you in that group. You want when people start sending you DMs, and this will happen, it happens to me all the time. When people start sending you DMs asking you for help, that's when you know you're doing the right thing in the group. And it takes time, it takes patience, it takes persistence. Um, and I'm not going to go through the whole thing right now, but I will on another week, on another Tuesday. But watch this video here, and I would say watch this one here at the bottom of how to use a Facebook ad library. I'm kind of scattered there. I don't, maybe it's better than I think it is. Maybe it's worse than I think it is. Um, but this will show you how to do it. And really, you're just becoming a part of the group. And um, and then there's a certain way to start posting what you do without sounding pitchy. The most important thing is you can't sound pitchy. Because if you sound pitchy, you're going to get banned. You can't just go in there and say, buy my shit, buy my shit. You're going to get thrown right out real fast. You got to become helpful first. Show people. Oh, and I was saying that if you ever see someone post a marketing question and you don't know the answer, message me. I'll write the answer, and I'll send it back to you, and you can post it. Um, but and this talks all about it here. Uh, more specifically how to do it. And then you will see people, and there's two ways. And if you watch this video I posted yesterday down here in the three things, I explain a lot of it in here. It's a half hour long. I go through my, hold on a second. I go through my Facebook feed and I DM people. I show you what to look for. I show you what to say and things like that. So watch this. Um, So I hope that's helpful. Watch those two, the leads from social media groups, and then watch this video in the AI demo script. And now that we're close to me not being nutso building all this, I'm gonna just start selling and blow this shit up. So here's a script to use in DMs or emails when you're promoting the AI demo, and a video of me finding prospects this way and messaging them. A lot of it is just finding the right people. You can sit there for a half hour and not find anyone that makes sense to message, and but then all of a sudden you'll find a few. Like eventually yesterday, and I'm not sure if it's in the video or not, I found an ad. Somebody placed an ad, and what you're looking for are groups that are either full of our clients or our potential customers, or ads that are selling other services to our clients. So I found an ad yesterday on Facebook from another company that sells AI services, and it had 270 something replies. and a lot of those are questions. So those are perfect people. You know, somebody asks a question, well, how does this AI work and stuff like that? Well, you DM those people right now. I know certain countries, you're going to have trouble with Facebook, and it's just unfortunate. We all have different problems, you know. So some countries you're going to get banned a lot. That's why you got to be so careful. If you're at all worried about your Facebook group, don't use Facebook. There's join LinkedIn. There's just as many groups in LinkedIn. Another site you could join is nextdoor.com. Nextdoor.com. And that, I don't know if that's going to work from other countries. Try it and let me know. It might see where you're located and not even let you join you, because it basically targets people around your area, nextdoor.com. But there's LinkedIn, there's nextdoor.com. You know, there's groups in all of these social sites, not all, but you know, there's groups in Instagram there, I think, right? I'm not sure because I'm not in any Instagram groups. But another site that's good is Alignable. And you might have to get a VPN to do it, but Alignable, surprised it's not popping up. Alignable is a business networking platform. Now it's probably only for the US, but let me show you here. Well, come on, my computer slows down. You connect with people, you know, like these other ones. You connect with people, and it's like a networking group. It pairs you up with other people in business, and there's a lot of groups here, like here, groups.
So is it like LinkedIn?
Kind of. You're more limited to the people you could connect with, but there's a lot of good groups here. Like, look, here's a group, Ask Small Business Owners Anything. It's a group that I'm in, right? So if I go to the group here, you know, ask small, but you got to be real careful. They'll throw you right out of these groups, right? But the key is recognizing the people in the group, reading the chats, the public chats, and then taking it private is the key. And don't just jump right into it. Buy my shit, buy my stuff. Look at what I got. They don't care what you got. All they care is what you could do for them. You know, that's all they care about. And you got to just use kind of a backdoor way. But this is another good one to look at. So let me get back here. Okay, so and please, guys, if you're sitting at home at 3 in the morning and one of these questions pops into your head, send me a message. I got 2 already today. Okay, here's what I want to talk about. It's our script. Here's a script to use in DMs or emails when you're promoting the AI demo. I've modified it from when you're 3 ways. When you're not building the demo in advance. And for those of you that this is your first meeting, you might not have any idea what I'm talking about as far as the demo goes. This is an AI. Someone goes to our website. They can click here and talk to our AI, right? And this AI is trained to pitch them. It'll answer their questions about what we do, and then it'll say, tell me about your company. What do you do? Well, do you want to role play? Let's, you know, if someone says I'm a dog groomer, it'll say, well, let's do this. Let's pretend that I'm a dog grooming AI. You know, and it's really good. But when you look at this page here, try AI now. This one isn't, this is the one that's going to kind of pitch them. It's really crazy what AIs do. You guys know that. But like we've got one here. I can't remember. Hold on. I'm trying to remember the dog grooming one. We've also got pressure washing. Is it pressure
I
washing?
think it was perfect.
What is it?
I think it was Groomit. Groomit.
Yeah, Groomit. There we go,
Yeah,
thanks. Nope, I must have
no,
spelled it wrong. Is that it? Groomit?
yeah, Groomit.
Why isn't
It
it
was
coming
mentioned
up?
in classes. That's weird.
Why? It's not coming up.
It was actually mentioned in one of the classes. The
Yeah, no, I know. Real
yeah,
estate. Let me try this one. Oh, Nick,
right.
what am I doing here? Um, 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 pressure. Hold on, I'm just gonna look somewhere else for a second here. Give me a second. I'm looking at another window. I'll get the URL.
Right.
Sprinkle.com. Here, okay. All right. This is what we send other companies, and I don't know why Groomit's not. Let me see if it comes up over here. I don't think I deleted it. That would have been stupid. Groomit. That's weird. It's coming up in, oh, duh, I'm a knucklehead. It's demo.ai sprinkled. There,
Yeah.
there it is. Yeah, it's demo.ai. I always forget that. So you guys can make these for the new people. You could make as many of these as you want. If you don't have a login to do it, send me a message. I'll build you one. And it'll only take you about 10 minutes once you get to know it. But what we do is we build this AI. This AI, when you push here and talk to it, it's made from the Groomit website. So it knows everything about Groomit. So we send somebody one of two things. Either we send them a link to this page so they can come to this page um, uh, and just talk to it and see exactly how it will work. Like I said, it knows everything about Groomit. And you can make this for you can make it for a trainer, a dog groomer, a locksmith, a plumber, whatever you want. You could just make this as long as they have a website. Okay. Um, and then they come here and they talk to it, and that's it, right? It's a great sales tool. Now, there's three things you could do, and that's getting back to the script. One, when you could just send them a message and say, I built this for you. I built you a custom AI. I trained it at, like, look, here's what it says. Hi, name. I was looking at Groomit and I noticed you might be missing out on leads because your missed calls aren't being replied to in 5 minutes or less, like so many other dog groomers do now. I built a missed call AI to handle calls you can't get to as well as after hours or weekend calls. And I trained it to know everything about Groomit. You can talk to it, ask questions, and have a little fun. Do you want me to send it over? And obviously this way, maybe not obviously, but somebody sees that, they say, well, yeah, I want to see it. And most are not going to even answer you, right? You got to send a lot. But, and then you go and make it. After they say, yeah, I want to see it, well, then you go build the thing and send it to them. Hot lead, right? And then after 24 hours, you send this one. I'm not going to read it. You could read it later. And then after 3 more days, we message this one. So it's a 3-message sequence. People forget. A lot of, they'll get, oh, that looks pretty good. I want to look at that. And then the phone rings, or they're in the middle of something, or in their car when they read it on a lunch break. And then they totally forget about it. So you've got to follow up with people. So send them this one. 24 hours later, send them this one. 3 days after this one, send them this one. So this is when you've done nothing. You have not built the demo yet. This one is when you built the demo, you built them a Groomit page, and you're not sending it with a video. This one, there's no video either, right? Remember I was talking about the difference between quality and quantity? This one is quantity. You're just going to send as many of these out as you can. You're going to find pressure washing companies and send it to them or whatever you're pitching. When you pre-built the AI, you're not including a video. That's this one. Hey, name, I was looking at Groomit and I noticed you might be missing out on leads because your missed calls aren't being replied to in 5 minutes or less, like so many groomers can do now. And you can edit these a little bit. I built a missed call AI to handle your after hours or weekend calls. I trained it to know everything about Groomit. You can talk to it, ask questions. Here's the link. Go check it out. So if you build it in advance, that's what you want to use. You want to just send them the link. Let them go. Let less friction. This one up here, we're waiting for them to respond. We're waiting for them to reply to you. After they reply, then you send them, you send them the demo. This one, you build the demo in advance and you just send it to them. And
Uh,
um,
hey Nick,
yeah,
where are the links being sent? I can't see the links in the call chat, in the meeting chat.
what?
I can't see the links in the meeting chat. Where are the links being sent?
The links to what? I'm not
The
sure what
links
you
to the
mean.
ones you're mentioning. The links to one you're mentioning in the meeting.
Oh, to go look at?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I thought you could see the links here. Hold on, I'll post it. Here you go.
Ah, I see. Right.
Yeah. And look at, you see that link, guys? Um, these demos, they're not at AISprinkled.com. That's why I couldn't find it before. It's at demo.aisprinkled.com and then / their name, right? And these are good because you send them this and they see their logo and they're like, well, what the hell is this? So um, so that's what you do. If you don't do anything, you just send them this, send a lot of them. This is one, if you've made the landing page for them to check out, you send them this one with a link, they go right to it. Some, right? Um, this one, this one is the most highest. You remember quantity, quality? This one is high quality, low quantity. You could probably get 10 or 15 of these a day out. When you include the 3-minute video, hey, so and so, I was looking at Groomit and I noticed you might be missing out on leads because your calls aren't being replied to in 5 minutes or less, like so many other groomers can do now. I built a missed call AI to handle your after hours or weekend calls. I trained it to know all about Groomit. You can talk to it, ask questions, have a little fun. Watch the video I attached for details. And then the video, you can make a 3-minute video. That kind of says the same thing. Hey, I was looking at Groomit. I noticed that you guys aren't using anything to handle your after hours calls, your night calls, maybe calls when you're on lunch, or for any reason someone can't answer the phone. A lot of those people, they call you. Maybe they like what they see from you online, but they don't get a hold of you on the first call. Maybe they call you twice, they don't get a hold of you and they end up calling a competitor. And I don't know if you're running ads, but if you're running ads and you're not answering every single call, you're running ads and sending those people to your competitors. So listen, I want to show you an AI voice AI I made just for your company. It knows all about Groomit. If you can't answer the phone, that's fine. We all got families and stuff that we have to deal with, right? Well, in that case, it'll, the AI will talk to them. It'll book appointments, and I'll stop talking about it. I just want to let you know I stumbled on Groomit. I like what I see, and I think this can really help you out. No obligation, it's just go play with it, see how it works, see how you like it, and I will reach back out to you in a few days and see what your thoughts are. If you love it, we can talk about you keeping it. If you don't, that's okay too. But thanks for checking it out. Go watch the video. Go play with it. The links in the email or whatever. Okay, so you get just a little short video. You send it out with the link to their site, and that's the third way. Okay, um, and I hope I'm explaining all this well. So the top one is quantity. You just send these out, make it later. This one you send it out. This is if you don't want to make the videos for whatever reason. Some of you might do better not making the videos. Um, I think the videos are the best, but you might not. If you're self-conscious, let me mention this. someone mentioned to me they were self-conscious about their accent. If somebody doesn't like your accent, too bad. It's their problem. It's not your problem, right? Um, but something you can do is, and I don't know what industry, there's people here from different countries and things. Can you find other people that have your same accent to send these things to? That might open some doors for you, right? So, and I can't off the top of my head come up with any examples. Um, this might this might not be politically correct, but okay, let's say you have a Latino accent, right? Spanish accent, Mexican, whatever. Well, let's be honest, in the US, a lot of our landscapers are Latinos or Mexican, right?
Yeah.
If you have a Mexican accent and you make these videos and you send it to landscapers who are also Latino, that might give you a big boost. So where are you in the world? Who in the US, is there a certain niche in the US that people that sound like you tend to do? I don't know, you might know, but it's just an idea, right? Use everything you can to your advantage. So, and again, I built a three step for each of these. I've had people call me back months later after reaching out to them, and this is new for me, making these little videos. I mean, I've done this in the past, but in a different way. But um, I know this works. I paid a guy to teach me how to do all this, and I mean, I've made short videos to send to clients as a pitch before, but the company I learned this from, they have over 1,000 clients in their agency. And this is the only way they do it with these videos. So if any of you guys ever have someone maybe you had a great conversation with these people by email or however, you sent this out first and now you want to make a video in hindsight, and for whatever reason you don't want to make the video, reach out to me. I'll make the video, and then you could just send it. You could even pretend it's you or something.
Well,
Yeah,
Nick,
yeah,
the thing about me is that I literally have no money, no budget, no capital, and I've got shit internet. But I'm really eager to get into sales and stuff. So how should I
yeah.
start?
I am. This is something I just posted this since last Tuesday. I think maybe I talked about it a little bit last Tuesday. This is new. You can make these videos for free. I'm going to I'm going to make another video this week that shows you how to make the videos. Um, you can go to Loom, 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 and you can make these videos for free. And I'll show you guys how to do all that. It doesn't cost anything. Um, let me ask you guys this, and you can respond either by chat or however. Um, what would you think if I made like a generic video? Like I made a generic video for dog groomers, and then I made a landing page for dog groomers, and then I made another one for mobile locksmiths and another one for mobile trainers. And um, do any of you guys think that might be helpful? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, then all you need to do, you don't have to make the pages. Now, it's not going to be personalized. Like, so in other words, you would send the groom it page to all the dog groomers you reach out to, instead of
Oh,
making them a custom one. Custom's better, but it might work. I don't
I
know.
mean, pers- if it's not personalized, then it would be harder to sell, no?
Har- Harder. I don't think. I think personalized is better. Uh, Let me give it some thought. Let me give it some thought. But again, if any of you guys ever have someone, and for some reason, you can't make a video, whatever it might be, reach out to me and I'll help. I think custom is better because with the custom videos, what happens is when you send them the email or you send them the DM, they see a little graphic and they see their logo in there. And I mean, if somebody sends me an email and it's got a logo attached to it, my logo, in a video, I'm watching that video, So, okay, I see opinions and stuff. Good. It's something to think about, we'll see. So, all right. Demo script, finding prospects from ads groups. This is kind of what I just talked about, but I kind of went into this a little earlier. But watch this video here, leads from social media groups and leads from Facebook ad library. It's way down at the bottom. At least read these. And you'll get some good ideas and stuff. And the reason hold on a second, Facebook groups. Let me just go to Facebook. Like, look what pops up in my thread. And the only reason you're gonna see these pop up more in my thread than yours, because I did what it says in these training videos. If you go to the Facebook ad library, it would just watch if you go to the Facebook, there's a place you can go and look at all the ads that are running on Facebook. And then you search like marketing ads and things like that. Facebook knows that you're starting to watch and look at those ads, so it sends you more of them, right? But if you go through here, like look here, school, right? Try it free for 4. I have 2 school groups. Well, so of course I'm getting ads from school. Oh man, Wayne, you are getting old. That's my cousin. But let's just see here. Let's see what ads pop up. AI didn't make web experts irrelevant. It made the wrong ones replaceable. So this is about guys that make websites. I don't know who most of these people are. Most people try to manifest. I read a lot of mental things, right? How to, positive thinking and stuff. That's why I'm seeing that one. I'm seeing this one because I bought a program from Sean Donahoe about 10 years ago. But you'll go to here. Well, that's a nice verse. Usually I see ads popping up. Well, here's an ad. Show your man he's worth every second. Oh, they're selling watches. Okay. But you'll go here and you'll see ads. And if it says sponsored, it's an ad. Like here, 11 Labs sponsored, right? And you go to these ads and you look for the comments in the ads. And you'll see people asking, I need help with an AI. And you got to look for it, right? Sometimes it's like looking for a needle in a haystack, right? But again, let's see here. Here, your clients don't need another agency. Okay. This would be a good one, but there's no, I might look at the people that liked it, but really what you're looking for here, we just launched an AI coworker and hit $1 million a year by the end of launch week. Yeah, sure you did. Don't believe all these ads. But here, look at this one, 269 comments for someone who's promoting an AI, right? So you're going to find people that are asking questions about AI. So that's kind of what I want, And again, if you go to those 2 things I just showed you, leads from Facebook ad library, down here, watch this video. It shows me doing it. So, selling philosophy. And this is a shorter one, but I just wanted to show you this. This is a framework to follow in conversation, chats, social posts, etc. First thing I want you to remember. The first thing I want you to remember when you're talking to people, when you're in sales, when you're DMing people, sending emails, whatever, they don't care who you are. I get emails all day long, people that trying to sell me stuff that here's how it starts out. Hi, my name is so-and-so, and I do this. I make these things and we make them really good. I don't care what you make. I don't care who you are. I'll never remember your name. Now, yes, maybe it's okay to say, hi, my name is so-and-so, But my point is, all people, I mentioned this earlier, all people care about is themselves and what they're going to do, what you can do for them. What kind of transformation can you make in your life, in their business? Um, so here's a framework to follow. First, when you're talking to people, um, you want to talk about the problem they're having. The money you throw away when you're testing ads and new marketing strategies is expensive. So this is a good way to relate this to our clients, right? You know, if you're running ads, like I mentioned when I made that little short video before, if you're running ads and you're not answering every single phone call, some of those people, yeah, they might leave you a message, but they're calling your competitor after they hang up the phone. So are you advertising for you or are you advertising for the competitor? You want to mention the problem first, right? So, you know, you're wasting money when you're testing running ads, by the way, it's not you can make a fortune from ads, but usually you got to spend a lot of money to find an ad that works on all the ads that don't work, right? And a lot of these people we're talking to know this. Um, you know, so that's the point. When you're testing brand new marketing strategies and you're throwing away money on ads, that gets expensive. That's money going out, not money coming into your business. So that's the problem. And you could replace this with any problem, you know. Your secretary runs out in the middle of the day and your phones don't get answered, or you're tired of returning phone calls at night to people when you should be having dinner with your wife and kids. These are all problems that we want to point out to people that we're selling to. Second is you want to show them we understand. We know, right? So you shouldn't have to empathy. That's what empathy is. You know, we understand. We feel for you. You shouldn't have to lose money on marketing tests before you start to make money. You know, or you know, you shouldn't have to be sitting there at night while you're eating dinner. You know, your kids want you to play a game, but you got to return all these calls that you missed in the daytime. You know, we understand that. I would hate to have to do that. And then what's our answer? You know, what's the solution? Well, our Dispatch AI mobile office, it gets service companies more jobs from what you're already doing. And again, this is using this example here on, you know, if you're tired of spending money running ads and trying thing after thing and nothing's working, you shouldn't have to do that, right? You shouldn't have to run all these tests before you start to make money and blow money on ads. Well, our Dispatch AI office, it gets service companies more jobs from what you're already doing. You don't have to change anything. You just got to make sure all your phone calls get answered. You know, right now you're spending money on ads. You don't need to spend more money. You just have to get more appointments from those people. That's our answer. And then you're going to, you know, well, what's the change? You're going to get more calls and inquiries and book more jobs week after week after using our answer. And what's the end result? Well, it pays for itself quickly because you're going to get new client calls and book more repeat calls. So kind of keep this framework in mind when you're writing an email, when you're writing a script, when you're talking to people, maybe you're doing a sales call. Point out the problem, let them know we understand the problem. Here's the solution. Here's what's going to change when you implement the solution. And here's what the end result is. Maybe I'll write a few more examples, you know, to give you a few different frameworks of it. But, you know, that's something that you should just keep in mind. And then, okay, it's 10 o'clock. I know I try not to keep you guys longer than an hour, but I'm going to go through these things quick. I want to show you a quick video. Let me make sure that the sound is on. For
By the way,
videos.
Nix,
What?
I was actually I was actually wondering about doing calls, but the thing is that I don't have a US card or anything, and to be frank, I don't have the USD to actually buy the car. So, is there any kind of help that you can provide if I were to do calls or manual outreach?
Can you say that again? What's just the question? I didn't hear the end question. You're breaking up a little. That's at least to me you are.
Uh, my bad, my net is kind of bad.
It's
The
all
thing
right.
is that I'm actually kind of ambitious about doing calls and manual outreach. But the thing is that I don't have any US dollar or card. Is there any way that you can help with it?
With phone calls, making cold calls,
With phone calls, yeah. With phone calls.
there is a, hold on a second. If you go to our group, there's a thing here. Blah, 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 blah. Where is it? Here it is. Need a US phone number. If you go here, you can get a US phone number and you can call,
Yeah.
anywhere from overseas. If anybody wants to do this, and you will really do it, I mean, you will pick up the phone and make a lot of calls on a daily basis, send me a DM and I'll figure out a way to pay for it for you. And I mean, I put it here. Are you calling into the US? You can get typically what my answer normally is get this yourself, show me you're giving away our lead magnets, and then I'll pay for it later. But I mean, it's $5. And again, $5 is a lot more money in where a lot of you guys live than where I live. Um, I'm willing to pay for
Well,
this for anyone, so
I actually
send,
saw
send
the post. I actually saw the post, but the thing is that I actually don't have a bank account or anything. So even $5 is a lot for me.
I know, no, I know that. And that's why this is such a great opportunity for people that are, do whatever you need to do to make this work. Because in your country, if you were making $2,000 a month, you'd be a happy guy. Anyway, anyone interested in this, send me a DM later and we'll work it out. Yeah, I'll figure out a way.
Oh, right. Yes.
Okay, hold on. What was I just doing? I'm trying to turn on the sound so I can show you a video, short video recording. Why can't I find it? It's usually right here. They go and they change this thing on me. Show captions, docs, apps, settings, audio. I'm trying to make sure you guys can hear a video that I play. It used to be right here. You can't see where what I'm pushing, but hold on. Oh wait, maybe I found it. Nope. Let me start a video and you guys can tell me if you could hear it. Which one do I want to do? Can you guys see the video I just opened?
No, we can't.
Okay, hold on. Then you probably can't hear it either. Let me change. Give me a second. I'm looking here. Share. See, they change this Zoom all the time. Can you guys see the video now?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, it's in the wall.
Okay.
Service company, your next customer may already be raising their hand.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. Here, let me start over. It's only 30 seconds. Well, a minute and a half.
If you run a mobile service company, your next customer may already be raising their hand. They have not called you or completed a form, but we already know they are actively searching for your service. This month, we're adding a bonus to our package, a lead generation system built to reach buyers already looking for what you offer. Here is how it works. First, we identify 50 people who visit your website. They do not need to fill out a form or click a button. If they land on your site, we can follow up by email or text and send them a special offer. Then we reach 50 more people searching Google for your service. They do not need to click your ad or visit your page, just search. Based on the keywords they look for, we can identify that they are actively looking for a service like yours. That means 100 bonus leads focused on people already showing intent. So if you are a mobile trainer, mobile dog groomer, mobile repair company, mobile masseuse, or another mobile service provider, this bonus is designed for you. And if you sign up this month, we include those 100 free leads month after month, as long as you stay with us. But this is only for companies that start this month. If you want more conversations with buyers already searching for your service, sign up now and claim your 100 monthly bonus leads, month in and month out. Get more info at www.aisprinkled.com.
Okay. All right, you guys can see my screen again?
The screen share just turned off.
Okay, hold on. Comment. Okay. I think you guys can see my screen.
Yeah,
And we've always included this, right? If you go to here and you watch these 3 videos, which if any of you haven't done this yet, you need to go watch these 3 videos. It tells you a lot about what we do. They're short. This one's like 9 minutes, 6 minutes. This one's about 15 minutes. So I've included this, but I want to start positioning it as a bonus instead of as part of the package. Because really, the AI voice stuff, it's great for someone who has a lot of calls coming in. It's great for a company that has a lot of ads running. Anyone running ads should have this, our AI service, right? But what if somebody says, well, I don't get it. I get 2 calls a week. The AI isn't going to help me. That's what this is for. Well, okay. Well, if you join this month, we're going to throw in 100 leads as well that we're going to automatically reach out to for you. 50 are going to be people that land on your website. And granted, maybe you don't have a lot of people in on your website, but we're also going to reach 50 people who are just on Google searching, et cetera, et cetera. So, it's better if we position it as a bonus to get people to join now. So I just wanted to show you that. So if you hear me talking about that, you know what I'm talking about. So there, let me go back to, we're almost done here. I think I got one more thing. A la carte prices for reputation of voice. If somebody asks for, and I'll put this on a website somewhere. If they only want the reputation service, we'll do it for $197 a month. No, what did I say? Hold on. No, let's do it for $97 a month. Let's make it really cheap.
What's a la carte again?
A la carte means if, like, our package, oops, hold on. Our package is everything here. And that's why you should watch these 3 videos. But our package is everything here where it says what you get. Okay, where does it say what you get? It should be on this page, knucklehead. Hold on. Is it here? Here it is. You know what? I got to copy this onto the other page. Anyway, this is what comes in our package. The missed call attendant, the website widget, the review agent. That's the wrong color, the E. This is what comes in our package, right? And I got to change this to say bonus. If somebody, a la carte means you only want a part of it. Like if you went to a restaurant in the US, usually if you ordered a steak, usually you get steak and potatoes and green beans and a salad. But if somebody only wants the green beans, they call it a la carte. It's French. I think it means on its own or something. I don't know.
I see.
So if somebody only wants the reputation, we'll sell it to them for $97 a month. The review system. It's a great foot in the door. If we can start them with that, we can sell them other stuff later. If someone only wants the AI voice, it's $297 a month. So let's say someone says, well, I don't need your system. I don't need the automated emails. I don't need the reputation. All I want is a voice AI to do whatever. It's $297. So 97 for the a la carte, $297 for just, I mean, for the reputation system, $297 for the AI voice. And then the June contest, which I talked about last month, but I know some of you are real gung ho. Please get rolling on this. It's only the second, so you've all got plenty of time. If you give away either 3 free websites or get 3 people to sign up for the 20 free reviews, and eventually we're going to narrow this down and we're only going to give away 1 lead magnet. Right now, I'm kind of letting it be flexible. But I'll give you $100. I think websites is probably the easiest. I don't know how, if someone really works 5 hours a day, 8 hours a day, whatever, finding companies that don't have websites and giving them free websites, I don't know how you can't give them away. But so give away 3 free website builds. I'll give you $100. Give away 12 of them in the month of June. I'll give you 500. Then you need a bank account. So $100 for giving away 3 website builds, and they got to be legit. You know, it's easy to call your cousin and have him say, "I need a website," but I will call and speak to these people to try to help you sell them afterwards. Anytime you give somebody free something and I get in touch with them and I get them to buy more, it'll still go to you. I mean, by the way, I hope you assume that, but maybe you don't. That's it. I'm like the guy in the picture down there. There's Deacon Nick. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate your time. Does anyone else have any other questions or anything?
Well, so for the month of June, I'll most likely focus on the June contest.
Yeah, I would. And that's the first step. And again, you know, I couldn't figure out a way. And I mean, obviously, if somebody buys the program and you don't send them a free website, that'll count too. You know, but like I went through this whole script here, you know, this does not include the website. And for those of you that are new, we've got a picture somewhere. Here's our flow chart, right? And there's 2 ways that we start this. One way is we give away one of the lead magnets, either the website or the free website or the 20 reviews. The other way is we send them a video. I think in the long run, this is going to be easier and better. Just sending out a lot of these videos and sending people to the videos and try them. But right now we're doing both. So, and I tell people that are new, if you have no idea what to do, just go to the, you know, go here, free website lead magnet, watch this video that shows how to do it. There's another video down here at the bottom that has some other ideas. Follow these steps and give away the websites. But obviously, if you sell somebody, that'll count too. So, that's all I got. Everyone have a great night. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Please stay in touch with me. Ask me questions.